Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the second episode of Super Awesome Garage Time. So, digging into what I have going on with the truck, it's looking like got some compounding issues going on. It's making it kind of hard to diagnose it and figure out exactly what's going on. So I'm gonna have to chase down a couple of different things and try to get to the bottom of this. I've been, talking to some people on the forums and whatnot, and unfortunately, right now, the most likely thing is either a cracked head, cracked block, or just not even extremely excessive blow-by. I don't know, but there is coolant working its way into the oil. Found a little bit when draining the oil. A little bit of coolant came out first. Pulled the intake tube and found a whole bunch of oil and coolant in there. So the crankcase ventilation system is just pumping oil into the intake, filling the turbo up, which today I'm going to pull the intercooler piping off and see if that's full of oil or not. Hopefully it's not, but probably is. I also am going to pull the radiator, see if there's been any oil settling in there. There hasn't been any oil backing up into the degas bottle, but could be getting blocked up somewhere else and just not making its way all the way through. So I'm gonna start. My goal is tearing it down to be able to pull the heads off, inspect those, regardless of what I find. I plan on replacing the head gaskets. Like I said, when I bought this truck, the guy claimed these things had already been done, but I'm starting to have these issues almost immediately after getting it home. So I would rather just have the peace of mind of doing it myself, knowing that it was absolutely done right, rather than just go on, some dude off Facebook Marketplace's word that things were done properly. So yeah, going to dive in, see what's going on with this. All right, so yeah, taking a look up in here, we can see there's the turbo, a bunch of oil. Looks like a little bit of coolant mixed in there with it. Gets sucked up in there. You can see all that sludgy, yucky yumminess coming out of there. Here's the intake tube. Can't really see it very good right now, I don't think. But a bunch of nastiness all up in there. Actually, let's get it out and let's see if it'll just goo its way out without making too much of a mess out. Oh yeah. There's the sun. Hey buddy. Look at that. Oh, delicious. Oh, yep, there's some green coolant a little bit right there. Look at all that goo. Yum. Oh, beautiful. I don't know why you wouldn't want that. A DS bottle already taken apart. Go ahead. Or not taken apart, but taken out. Look at this. Great. This is part of the reason why I want to do everything again myself, because the Ficklum's not even bolted down. It's just flapping around in the wind. I've been looking around finding look at this valve cover bolt right here. Look, finger tight. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm turning it both directions with my finger right now. It's fucking ridiculous. So yeah, I have absolutely no quarrels with just going ahead, tearing this thing completely down myself, and just getting that peace of mind that shit's not fucked. So I just put together this little flushing tool here. Watched a video from Diesel Tech Ron. Just a half-inch piece of PVC with a hose fitting on the end of it. And according to his video and instruction, take the heater hose off passenger side over here. Just run this PVC up into the heater hose, garden hose from the house, into this end. Take some plugs out of the block on each side and run some fresh water through it until it runs clear. And then, yeah, depending on what I find when I drain the radiator and the intercooler, we'll be moving forward with doing this along with tearing down the rest of it. Now we see here my wonderful assistant Logan has decided to join me. Look at that. It's the first time he's decided to come help me with work on any of the cars, so it's pretty exciting. This is the best day of my life. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna drain all this out. Right now, looking pretty clean. So I don't think there's any cross-contamination going from the oil to the coolant. Yeah. Cool,
Yeah.
going.
What I have to do right now is get this weird thing, put under this weird thing, and then lift all the weird things. Lift the weird thing up.
Yeah, go ahead, push down on it. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yep.
Is that how far I need it?
Yeah, that'll be fine. There you go.
Thanks, crow audience.
Oh, the crows. Were they cheering for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's showing
All right, you
us.
got one right. Oh, good job, bud. Yeah, there you go. Pull it on out. Yep, keep going, keep going. There you go. All right, now Logan. Look. Good job. Got that one. Any more? Oh, look, you got one right here. There you go. All right.
Now take it off.
Yep, now take that one. Oh! All right, land it on the ground.
Okay, now I gotta unscrew this, unscrew this. Oh, it's going to unscrew the unscrewy thing. Unscrewy thing. So, what you want to do today?
Take this thing apart.
I have an idea for a quick way to take this apart. Explode the car. Yes!
I don't think we'll be able to put it back together after that.
Oh, we could fit the pieces together.
Yeah, but they won't really fit together the same after that.
I know. So
I would advise against it. A melty thing?
Yeah.
You know, welder?
Yeah, welder. That's what it's called.
Yeah, melty thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's a melty thing. Melty things!
I just pulled the intercooler charge pipe off. And, got a bunch of gunk up in there. And we got a little bit up there on the top too. Yay. I'll show you what came spilling out. Here's all dripping out of there. Bunch of yuck oozing out. Yay. Good fun times. Alright, so got my little contraption here that I made hooked up. Hose going to it. About to go turn the water on and see how well this works. Alright, so a little update before I call it a night. Went ahead and cleaned up. But yeah, so I got the whole front core support all taken out. Tomorrow, if I have time, start get that fan off and start tearing down the top end. But got everything all taken apart up there. Did the coolant flush. There was no signs of any type of contamination in there. Hey, look, the wrench fell out of the truck. I'm sure somebody's missing that a lot. But yeah, did the coolant flush. Nothing but clean liquid came out of there. So yeah, not really worried about any contamination in the coolant system. All right, here we are, day 2 of doing the tear down on the truck. So right now, like I showed in the last clip, I got everything in the front taken out, so I'm gonna get this fan and everything behind that taken off, and then start from the top down.
Basically all the fucking bolts holding this shroud on are gone except for one. So I guess that makes things easy for me.
I heard my hood was a joke to y'all. I used to think about smoking y'all late night in my crib, playing Dreamcast, 9 cock back all black with a ski mask. Talking shit like I wasn't gonna hear you. Standing across the street with the heat in the clear view.
I can even get my air hammer in there.
Push to the front line, man, forced to take a lead. Say 316 was made up. Step your rap game down and your street game up. Ever seen gunfire lighting up?
Get to it right there.
So I didn't plan on having to use any air on this, but I have to use my air chisel to get the fan off. Unfortunately, my hose broke the other day, so now I gotta go set up my new hose. Then I can get back into this. Alright, so I'm getting my new air hose set up right now, and I went to the good old Harbor Freight and picked up one of these Diablo air hoses. It's gonna keep this fitting, I forget the name of it, for the compressor. But for all my toys, I bought these little aluminum high flow awesome future connect-a-madunkers. So I'm gonna put this on the other end of the hose and focus. You know, throw these on my 2Ls and stuff. Alright, got my brand spanking new hose all set up with my ultra mega high speed futuristic aluminum connector-majinker. So the goal here is to, because I don't have a wrench big enough to go on there, there's that big old nut down there for the fan, and so we just want to put some love taps on the edge of it, not trying to drive down into it and fuck up any bearings or anything, even though we'll be replacing the water pump, but you know, just bad practice. But yeah, we just want to loosen that up and then be able to unscrew it the rest of the way with our good old hand thingies. Ooh, Houston, we have penetration. Alright, so I smacked the edge of that nut holding this thing on there. Now I'm just going to unscrew this, and it should just come right on off, according to the old interwebs people. Let's see if they're lying to me or not. I'm doing this one-handed, so you know. Ready to come off yet? Come off yet? You ready to come off yet? Ah, oh, yep, it worked. I won. Show the man his prize. I win. Gotta be very quiet. We're hunting wabbits. If you sneak up on this thing, it'll show you its secrets. Look at that. So intercooler's been sitting for, what is that, 2 days? Spilling its guts. That's exciting. Update here. Alright, so yeah, got intake plenum off, wiring harness all out of the way and everything. When I pulled this, let's see if I can zoom in on it, you can see there's some little rubber or plastic or whatever hanging out in there. So there's probably more of that floating around the oil system, probably plugging up the IPR, and who knows what else. Probably maybe stuck in an injector or something. Found this plate just sitting here. I can only assume that that might be part of the supposed EGR delete. The turbo sitting on that pedestal there, focus on that, yeah, there you go, was only being held on by the V-bands for the exhaust. There was absolutely nothing holding it down to the pedestal. There's this magical bolt, focus on what I want you to. There, yeah, that magical bolt just sitting there, and God knows what that came from. Maybe that's one of the pedestal bolts for the turbo.
Let's see, what other fuck shit did I find? I mean, just so many just missing nuts and bolts on this thing. Yeah, so that's pretty stupid. Yeah, I'll keep digging and come in with anything. Alright, so I got the old oil cooler and filter assembly all out. And before the camera dies, I want to show you what I found in here. So, you know, in here, not supposed to be anything. A little balled up piece of fuck here. Not really sure what it is yet. No, it's not supposed to be there. It doesn't seem like it's metal, so that's maybe good. But then there's this big old chunk of fuck. So yeah, hoping at some point during this teardown figure out where this came from, because this definitely isn't supposed to be in here. Oh wait. Focus on it. There we go. Yeah, big old. All right, quick update. So it's supposed to hail today. So I decided to get to a stopping point and go ahead and call it quits for today. So yeah, I got the oil cooler and filter assembly all taken out, torn down, clean things up in the valley down there a little bit, and put some tape over that housing so that nothing gets up in there. I don't know if you guys can see or not, it's kind of dark in there, but yeah, stuffed racks and holes and covered things with tape, and hopefully that keeps everything safe and clean. But yeah, so turning this bitch on side, got, you know, clean green coolant coming out, you know, no sludge of any kind in there. So it's kind of seeming like the sludge issue is limited to in the valve covers, because I drained the oil again, and when I first, just for a split second, a little bit of clear liquid came out, and then it was oil, and then towards the very end, it wasn't quite thick enough to that point where I would call it sludge, but it was very viscous. So it'll be interesting to see what I find when I get the heads off and see what's going on in there. But yeah, like I said, trying to beat the weather, which I succeeded in that. And let's go get cleaned up and call this one a day.